Bombshell footage has surfaced from Africa, where Jay-Z has been accused of running child safaris for Jeffrey Epstein's VIP associates and the global elite. According to Epstein victims, Jay-Z operated as a recruiter and kidnapper-in-chief for Epstein over the course of 2 decades, a period in which he may have been responsible for the disappearance of hundreds of children in Africa, most of whom were never seen again alive. But instead of investigating these serious allegations, mainstream media outlets are circling the wagons, running interference with Jay-Z and Beyoncé, burying the stories, and doing everything possible to protect the perpetrators, ensuring the multi-billion-dollar global child trafficking industry remains hidden in plain sight. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. The bomb just dropped. For years we warned you. The global elite and their Hollywood machine aren't just corrupt, they're predators. Child trafficking on an industrial scale. Rituals darker than you can stomach. Baby eating, blood drinking, blackmail empires built on film depravity. For daring to expose the truth, we were mocked, deplatformed. They threatened our lives, starved our businesses, labelled us fake news, called us dangerous. Then, Friday hit. DOJ Epstein files. Millions of pages, thousands of videos, hundreds of thousands of images. Names, proof, the mask is off. We weren't wrong, we weren't fake news, we were early. If you slept on our reporting, if you're not subscribed, not in the archives, you've missed some of the most important independent journalism of the century, full stop. But here's the part that should keep you up at night. Friday's dump? That's the cleaned up version, redacted to hell, censored for public safety. The real files, the unredacted nightmare, the videos they're still sitting on, the 6 million plus pages insiders whisper about. The truth is, you haven't seen anything yet. As DOJ Deputy Director Todd Blanche admits.
Any depiction of CSAM or child pornography was obviously excluded. Anything that would jeopardize an active federal investigation. And finally, anything that depicts or contain images of death, physical abuse, or injury, also not produced.
That's confirmation that Epstein and his associates weren't just abusing and trafficking children, they were maiming and killing them. Now we have evidence the man who called his bank account Baal was eating children with his VIP accomplices. This is very bad news for Jay-Z, another Satanist we've been exposing for years. The DOJ drop has exposed the Rock Nation founder as one of Epstein's closest associates. Now, finally, others have gained the courage to stand up. Insiders, including Nicki Minaj, are speaking out and the reckoning has begun. And when you hear the accounts out of Africa, you'll understand why justice must not be delayed.
Let's just read some of the things she said. Are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times, since I was trying to not say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Guys, it gets no more blatant than that. But in case you still don't know what she was saying, let's go to another tweet. She put, your favorite artist, so not just Jay-Z, your favorite artist, has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and unalive them as a form of blood sacrifice to their god. My Lord. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. Guys, do you know how wicked this is? Not only that, but this is stuff that many of us have known for years.
Those who have known for years have been called crazy, shouted down, cancelled, and in many cases had their entire careers destroyed. Like Kanye, who has repeatedly called out Jay-Z as a killer. Kanye has been cancelled and stripped of his ability to generate an income.
If you take people like Jay-Z and fucking Pusha T, they made their living killing our people, so how the fuck they gonna stand up for our people? You know what I'm saying? But we forget that because we love Jay-Z's music so much. We love Pusha's music so much, right? But you think they would ever, Beyonce had the best fit for somebody else? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You think they would ever tell the truth? No, if they told the truth about anything, they'd go to jail.
50 Cent knows the truth, just like he knew the truth about Diddy. He's already talking about making a documentary about the fall of Jay-Z. Fiddy knows the man who performed an occult ritual with Marina Abramovich, the spirit cooking witch, was involved in satanic ritual abuse. The entire industry knows the truth. When Beyoncé's former drummer accused her of practicing extreme witchcraft in 2018, many of her fans weren't surprised by the news. The whole family practiced witchcraft. Beyoncé's sister Solange is open about it, uploading images of her altar to social media. When MIA exposed Jay-Z and Beyoncé's Satan worship, the backlash was swift, and the doors began to close.
I met Jay-Z and I signed to Rock Nation. The first thing he told me to do is get plastic surgery. I'm not insecure because I would have got plastic surgery. People make it, they all can turn around and thank Beyonce because that's it. I didn't want to drip myself in blood and cover myself and swim in goop, in black goop, and fucking like wear devil horns to fucking sell a record. Fuck that. Or be a witch, or be that, all of that. Fuck all of them.
People think Satan worship is all theatrics. Hoods, inverted crosses, secret handshakes. But no, the real pact requires payment in full. Lives taken, terror harvested, souls traded for whatever twisted rewards they crave. This is why very few are brave enough to speak it aloud. And those who do, like Corey Halcomb 10 years ago, are viciously attacked and destroyed by the child trafficking gatekeepers.
Y'all talk all that shit about R. Kelly. Beyonce was on that island where they was kids.
Damn!
Beyonce was on Pedo Island. Beyonce and the camel.
And don't forget about Jaguar Wright, who has repeatedly warned the world about the real nature of Jay-Z, the man who wears satanic slogan t-shirts and fraternizes with the likes of Harvey Weinstein and Robert De Niro.
There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean.
Yet still, the mainstream media circles the wagons and attempts to run cover for these monsters. This is straight up psychological conditioning at this point. It's enough to make your pulse slow and your skin turn cold. Especially when you hear the full truth straight out of Africa, where Epstein victims are coming forward in their droves to expose the scale of the global child trafficking ring and blow the cover of the elite abusers. Coming up, the witness testimony of an Epstein victim who alleges that Jay-Z has a long and dark history involving trafficking children in Africa. But first, an important word from our sponsor. We are now bringing you the raw, unfiltered testimony of a woman who stared into the abyss of elite depravity and lived to speak of it. In the heart of Nigeria, far from the red carpets and sold-out arenas, she explains how a world-famous American music icon has turned her land into his private hunting ground. Human safaris, satanic blood rites, trafficking networks that feed on the darkest appetites of the global elite. These are not rumours whispered in back alleys. They are the lived nightmares of survivors who have escaped, and the silent graves of those who did not.
I'm a mother, a widow, and a survivor who's dedicated my life to helping other victims here in Nigeria. I speak plainly because the truth can't hide behind fancy words anymore. The American music star everyone treats like a god, Jay-Z, he's no hero, he's a predator. He's been coming to Nigeria for years, first with Jeffrey Epstein on those private jets, then alone, then with other celebrities, actors, singers, billionaires. They don't come for music, charity, or culture. They come to hunt children, child safaris. What if foreigners pay big money to chase our children through the bush like animals? They shoot for fun. When the hunt ends, the real evil starts. Satanic rituals, blood ceremonies, bodies used in depraved ways I can't bring myself to repeat. They celebrate it all, toasting like it's a game. In Nigeria, these men are feared. Their names shuts people up. Politicians take bribes and look away. Police vanish when the convoys arrive. No one speaks out openly. I know this because I survived it myself. Years ago, my brother and I were taken by Epstein and his friend Bono during one of their visits here. We were used, abused, and barely escaped with our lives. The trauma never fully leaves, but it turned me into someone who fights back. Now I help other victims. I listen to their stories, connect them to safe places, and keep records of what's happening. My friend's daughter, Temi, she was only 14, doing well at high school, so full of hope. One evening, she didn't come home from school. Days of agony for her family. Then one morning, she was dumped at their gate, alive but shattered, scars on her body, emptiness in her eyes. She described the estates, being haunted, the children who didn't survive the rituals. They released her as a warning to increase our fear. They are saying, we can take anyone anytime. Most who are taken never return. They're trafficked out, sold across borders, used for organs or worse. People call our traditions savage, primitive. But these rich foreigners, they hunt children for sport and drink blood in their rituals. That's not civilization. That's pure evil on a level we never dreamed. I'm not staying silent. Silence protects him and his network. The world dances to his music while our children vanish. He performs on stage with his Satan worshipping wife with our blood on his hands. I speak for Temi, for the ones who didn't make it back, and for every family still waiting. God allowed me to survive Epstein's world so I could help end this nightmare here. If these words reach someone who can act, investigate, expose, stop it, then maybe the hunt ends. Maybe more children come home safe. A survivor doesn't stop fighting, neither do I.
As the Epstein files proliferate around the world, and whistleblowers continue speaking out about the powerful, the world is finally understanding what Stephen Baldwin, Justin Bieber's father-in-law, meant when he responded to Diddy's arrest by saying it's all of them and not a single one will be able to escape.
It is all of them. All of them. And not one will be able to escape.
What is true is we had some good parties at the White House.
Public place, you did it.
The best.
Okay, the best. Probably the Obama thing.
John.
These incestuous relationships with Anthony Fauci that go back 20 years, where he's paying Fauci, and they have all kinds of really rough financial entanglements with each other. People like Fauci.
I never had COVID.
The global elite are escalating their war on free speech, desperate to silence dissent and hide their crimes. They fear the moment the public awakens to the full extent of their crimes. They know we'll rise and dismantle them from their ivory towers. That's why they're constructing a digital prison to trap and control us. One of their sneakiest tools? The very VPNs millions rely on for privacy. Industry leader Proton VPN is funded and controlled by the World Economic Forum, while Israel has acquired control over many top providers, including ExpressVPN, CyberGhost, Surfshark, and private internet access. These aren't independent shields, they're backdoors in disguise. If you're using one of these legacy VPNs, cancel immediately. Your data and your freedom are under direct threat. Because we care about our viewers and this movement, we're revealing the first trustless VPN, VP.net. Built so that even if it wanted to spy on you, it couldn't. Even if the feds came knocking, they'll walk away empty-handed. It's built inside a secure enclave, uses military-grade encryption, and stores zero data. Yes, really, zero zilch nada. Sign up today at vp.net/TPV, and you can finally stop asking who's monitoring me, because the answer is they were, but with vp.net, not anymore. Go to vp.net/TPV and take back control, before it's too late.